You're gonna think I'm a total idiot for making this video because of the first point that we're gonna make, but by the second point, and definitely by the third, you're gonna be absolutely freaking in love with me, okay?
Okay.
So these are 8 financial goals that you need to set for 2022. The first goal that you need to set is setting a goal.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know this is not like a SMART goal or like one of those like measures that you use to find out a good goal or not. I know, but setting, like making it a goal to set a goal is actually one of the best goals you can set, because it gets you on movement, it gets you in action, because action is the best motivation. So essentially the first goal is to set a goal. It can be one of these next 7 goals. It can be any financial goals that you want, however big, however small that you want to make it, but make it something that you know that you're going to achieve it, or maybe even that you don't know that you're going to achieve it, but like you have hope, that you think that it's something that you're curious about, that you want to do it, that you want to try to achieve it. Make it something like that. Now, these next 7 goals are very much more specific that you can actually take from this video. I wouldn't mind if you stole them, but you can take them from this video and actually start doing them today. The second goal is to holistically calculate your net worth. Everything, and that just basically means like calculate your net worth as a whole, like everything you own. You can do this by visiting a CPA. They will ask you to bring in like documents and stuff like that that you can use to calculate everything that belongs to you, everything that's in your name. You can also do this with a net worth calculator. I'm going to insert one in the description below. Hopefully I remember it when I'm editing, but you can use that one below and calculate your net worth. The next one is pay off 25% of your credit card, or if you're over 10K in credit card debt, try paying off at least $3,000. And this is super hard because a lot of people, the more they get in debt, the less they're able to pay for it. The next goal is to try to pay off 25% of your student loan debt this year. Chances are you probably fail, but I guarantee you will be much closer to it than if you said, oh, I'm going to pay off a significant amount of my credit card debt. Giving a number to it, and an audacious number, because for a lot of people, student loan debt isn't like $25 or $2,500 for like doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that. $250,000, $100,000, $80,000, $44,000. Like, it's huge. So if you actually make an audacious claim to pay off 25%, you will be able to get to a position where you've paid off way more than you thought you were going to pay off. And also, if you can pay more than 25%, if you're watching this and you're like,
yeah, I can pay more than 25% of the debt this year. I just haven't wanted to do it. I haven't gone to it, or I'm saving the money.
By any means, king and queen, go ahead and pay more than that. But if you don't, then if you don't have that much money, like the apparent rich, then you can do these other the 25%, because that is perfect. The fourth goal is to create an emergency fund and put at least $1,500 in it by the end of this year. If you can do more than $1,500, that's totally fine. This will help you incredibly in figuring out your future expenses. This will help you just in case something like the pandemic happens and you need like a month's worth of rent or something like that. You can use that money for that, something like that, before you get kicked out of your living place. And it might take a while, but you will get there. You will get there in less than a year. As we're talking about this, I would appreciate it if you would like the video, if you would comment on the video, and if you'd subscribe, so that YouTube knows that this information is relevant, that this information is helping someone, that this information is changing lives. And if it's not, let me know in the comment below. But please hit the like button and subscribe for more. There is a PDF that I'm going to link in the description below, and it's going to be a PDF called the SMART Goal Guideline or Planner. It's a great tool. It's basically like, the SMART Goal system put into financial. It's beautiful. Like, it makes my heart skip a beat. Like, it's really good. Check it out, because it might be the thing that you need for this year's financial planning. The sixth thing that you can do is to start a side hustle or a hobby. A hobby, it doesn't have to be a paying hobby. It doesn't have to be a paying side hustle. Normally, side hustles are inherently paying. when you start a hobby, it's normally something that you're curious about. You like, how do they make, like masks, or how do people sell cards, birthday cards on eBay or something like that, like, or how do people like do blogging, or how do people do affiliate marketing, or like how do people do YouTube for social media, like like just things like that. How do people run an Instagram account? Start a hobby that doesn't cost you a tremendous amount, and it's something that you can sustain, and especially it's really good if it's a hobby that you can monetize now or in the near future. Usually in a year or two, your hobbies are going to start picking up a little bit of money. And for a lot of people, for myself with Best Gifts Listings, it happened a lot faster than a year, probably towards the end of the year. And I had started my website Best Gifts Listings in, I think, June 2018 or something like that. I didn't make a lot of money in the beginning, but by December I made a whopping $14, and then the next year it would be much more and more money coming afterwards, and it's been growing ever since. And like, it's weird how dramatic it grows, like after, like it's like exponential, and it doesn't have any formula for you to figure it out. Some weeks it's like really high, right? Some weeks it's really low. So it's like, you got to get in there, you got to figure it out, you got to check it out, because it's really exciting, really thrilling. If you watch number 6 and you're like, I don't have time for a hobby, I don't have time for a side hustle, that is perfectly fine. So number 7 is to learn a skill that will increase your earning potential at your professional job. If you said no to number 6, the chances are that you are a professional who's busy, like, or you're a professional who works a lot, 5 days a week or 7 days a week, and you work 11 hours a day or 13 hours a day or something like that, and you're like, I don't have time to go do a hobby. Or like you're a doctor and you work like 8 to 8, and you're like, how? Learn a skill that'll increase your earning potential at work, whether that's like managing, being like more social, public speaking, so that you can like put your foot into the door of places that can get you higher pay at your job. It's a great thing to learn, and it's something that everyone can like learn, especially this year, so that by the end of the year, when your company does performance evaluation, they can go,
oh, Jenny, like, you did really, really good this year. Like, we just want you like to know that we're keeping an eye on you. Like, good job. Or like, Mark, oh, that was an incredible job you did, buddy. Like, we just want you to know we're keeping an eye on you, and that your efforts are not, mistaken, or your efforts are not like lost. Jenny, Mark, good job.
Honorable mention, subscribe to some finance and personal development websites, Graham Stephan, Andre Jick, this YouTube channel that you're on.
Stop it. Get some help.
Matt Diavilla, Thomas Frank. Find these guys, subscribe to them, so that when they put out content, you can listen to them and you can actually like find rich and informational content that can help you. The 8th, read 10 financial education, financial literacy, and self-development books. I've actually started reading a lot more of these books, and actually am on track to get all those books read by my own self. These are all the books that I have and I'm planning to read this year. The Alchemist. I want to be a film actor, so this is An Actor Prepares. Sanford Meisner on acting. Beautiful book. Building a character, creating a role. An Actor Prepares, Building a Character, and Creating a Role are part of a trilogy written by Konstantin Stanislavski, an incredible acting teacher, and I want to be the greatest actor who ever lived, so I have to take these things, self-development, to learn more about the craft. I know and I've seen that I'm like talented and naturally gifted at acting, but I have to still develop my craft. The Secret, my business professor recommended that we read. David Green's Buy, Rehab, Rent, Refurbish, Repeat. This is a great book called The BRRRR Method, and Brendan Turner from Bigger Pockets highly recommends this book. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. It's a great book, it's a great read, and you should check it out. Finally, and last but not least, we have Principles by the legendary Ray Dalio. These are the personal finance books that I'm reading this year. These books are something that can open your mind to something bigger, to explore the world, to know more, to figure out everything that you need to know. I think that it is Henry Ford who said, "It's well enough that people of the nation do not understand our banking system and our monetary system, for if they did, I believe there will be a revolution tomorrow." I believe that these secrets and systems and things to understand are in these books. They open our minds, they open our hearts, they open our future, and you should check them out because all you have to do is turn a page, and for $10 or $15 you can absolutely capture every single experience someone has ever had, worth millions of dollars for just like 10 to 50 bucks. Books are awesome. See you later. Bye.